I don't know. You don't have to hit that button. You got to wait for the bottom one to come up. Did you change the IP?
Yep.
You might have to change it again.
Do I stop the stream?
Yeah, you're going to have to stop stream.
Stream is on.
Give it a second to connect. There we go. Now you can go live.
And you're on.
And we're on. I cannot see anything today, so I'm looking directly into the camera.
That really was the whole point of what we were trying to do here.
Yeah, we're trying to get things done. So there we are.
In the end, it's a good thing. Anything under resources?
No, not today.
Okay.
Yes, actually, Grimforge, we're going to put under resources today.
That's a .com.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in the comments too when you start talking about it.
Oh, there we are. Okay, let me just
check. Audio mic.
Okay. I need to pop out the chats.
So I bought that bed leveling kit.
Oh, you did, eh?
You know, remember I bought that last time. I was kind of excited to put it on my printer, and I decided, well, I'm not going to install it until I have a bed leveling issue, and I have to take it apart anyways.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues since.
Let's see who's watching today. Who do we got watching? Nobody over on Facebook yet. But we do have Fred Kaz. I believe Fred Kaz is sitting over on YouTube. Yes, it is Fred Kaz. Hello, Fred. How are you, Fred?
Oh, that's why I can't see the comments. Okay, top chats. Got it.
There we go.
Hello, Fred.
There we go. I can't see anybody on Facebook yet today. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 people watching, apparently. Hey, there's Chris. Chris Armstrong says, Facebook lies to you. Yes, it does. Absolutely, it does. We got some stuff to show off today. I'm drinking probably the worst thing in the world for me, but I really enjoy them. I don't drink Coke very much anymore. I'm drinking Monster energy drinks, but this is Zero Ultra, which is 0 sugar. So there's no sugar in this. And if Monster wants to sponsor the show, I do drink a lot of these. How cheesy, eh? Monster wants to sponsor. Fred Kaz says, hi, Frank.
Hi, Fred. Oh, I said hi, Frank. Hi, Frank. Hi, Fred.
Frank. So we got Chris Armstrong over on Facebook today.
I don't ever see on here when I'm looking on my phone on Facebook, when I'm following the show on my phone.
Yeah.
I can see people that come on even if they don't comment.
Hey, there's Daniel, right?
But on here, on the computer, I can't see people that have come on.
I don't know why.
It's weird. Like the app works differently than the actual thing or something. This is a great
Maybe we should just start giving you the iPad. And you just go on the iPad.
No, this is fun. I just find it weird, and that's kind of why I have my phone up too, so that I can compare and the speeds too. And a lot of times I like to kind of participate on my phone as if I'm me here as well. It
Gotcha.
Seems like there's more participation that way.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. So today we're talking about Nabu, the Helmet of Nabu. And we're going to talk about some Grimforge products today that are all 3D printed. And We're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up with the laser. So buckle in, grab a coffee, or a pop, or a beer, or whatever you want. And then we'll get going. We got 2 people watching on Facebook today. Hello, Facebook. Yeah, so we're talking about some 3D printed stuff today. We're going to talk about how we're going to finish some of the stuff we've been working on. As most of you know, last week was a bit of a cluster banana. And I can't say anything but cluster banana, because if I do, this is a family show. I could get fired.
Oh yeah, that's my...
Can't swear on this show. I get fired. That's what they tell me. We're going to do a bit of a filament review today. We are also... I want to talk about this filament because it's a cool filament. But I don't think at the end of the day that it's any better than what I'm using.
Hi Daniel, hey Cheryl.
Hey there, Cheryl Campbell. Hello. Cheryl Campbell and I go back way back. She still calls me Rick. Nobody else calls me Rick, but she still does. Well, my family still calls me Rick, and my hometown friends still call me Rick.
Rick.
Hey, there's Don, the German printing nerd.
Don, you're late.
Go check out the German Printing Nerds YouTube channel. Frank is here today too. Yeah.
Yeah,
he sure is. He sure is. Yeah, so we're...
You'll always be Rick. Aww.
See? You know, Cheryl was my best friend growing up. And I got to tell you, man, she's seen the best of me. She's seen the worst of me. Even my wife... Cheryl, I believe, has seen me drunk. But nobody else has. Not even my wife. My wife has never seen me drunk. Can you believe that? But Cheryl, I think, has seen me drunk.
I don't get drunk very much either. I could count it in single moments over several years.
Who's the voice in the background? That is Frank. Frank's got a microphone in front of him.
Voice in the background. You will give Frank all your money.
No, you give it to Richard. Don't give it to Frank. Give it to Richard. Oh, Jerry says, hey, there's Mantelli. Telly Mantelli.
Telly Mantelli?
Sup, everyone? Sup? What's going on? Man, I should stay away from sounding like I'm a different ethnicity.
You do whatever you got to do, and we will all just follow along, Richard.
There you go.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Jason. Dali.
My wife isn't even on the stream today.
She'll be here.
If she doesn't show up, well, then she just has to be, she's forced to watch it when I get home tonight.
She usually shows up about 10 minutes to the end.
Yeah. German printing nerd says, no, give it to me. He wants all the money.
He can't have it. I don't know why. He just can't.
Hey, there's Jason Dali. What's up, y'all? We got 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
And then we're going to do the intro.
Today?
Today we're going to do the intro.
You don't want to skip it today?
No, I don't want to skip it
today. I remember you told me last time you wanted to skip it that one time.
No,
so
I think you're dreaming. I think you're making executive decisions again.
Doing some kind of decision making. I don't know if it's executive.
Who knows?
3,
Who knows?
2, 1.
Hey, welcome to Coffee with Rich. That's me, I'm Rich. Rich Cleveland, as a matter of fact. I'm here with you every Monday and Friday on the First Layer live stream. Welcome to the show. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and hit that little bell notification so you get notified every time that we do a brand new live stream or that we put up a brand new episode. So today, what are we talking about? I got the business out of the way. I can see your messages today and questions, so we're going to do a little bit of that. We're going to be talking about a helmet that you guys have seen on our Facebook page that I've been printing off since last week. It took roughly about 75 hours to print, and here it is right here. This is the Helmet of Dr. Fate, and this is on Thingiverse. You can find it there. I believe I put a link over on our Facebook page, but we'll find a link and put it into our notes for today as well. This was all printed in this black filament. This is a new filament that came into us a couple of weeks ago that I'm trying out, and it's a premium filament. It is from, I think I talked a little bit about this last week, as a matter of fact. It is from, dun, dun, dun. Oh, it is from MacLeod, and that is spelt M-A-M-O-R-U-B-O-T. So that's M-A-M-O-R-U-B-O-T. Mamorubat, I think is, I'm butchering the name.
You sure are.
But this is a filament that Spool 3D is considering carrying as an alternative filament to the house brand, the Spool 3D house brand. What's good about this filament? What's bad about this filament? Well, first and foremost, let's talk about the reel. It is clear, which is something that everybody knows that I like, because I can see just exactly how much filament I have on the reel. This is 0.75 millimeter filament, which is all I basically use. We've got about 100 millimeters left, so we used 200 plus millimeters of this filament while printing this helmet. And this was all one go. Taking a look at the print quality, it's not bad. It's not super stupendous. We had a few problems, and I'm just going to switch to my upper camera here. And as you guys can see, we've got a little bit of salmon skin going on right here, or salmon skin effect. This does fit my big fat head. So there's a little bit of zitting, and what that zitting is from the starting and stopping of the print head. Now this was printed on the CR10 at 0.2 millimeter layer height. We had a little bit of stringing on the inside of the helmet, and there's some zitting on the inside as well, which is a little rougher than the outside of the helmet, but you know, that can all be cleaned up. Now, what are we going to do with this helmet? Well, we are going to go ahead and clean it up, get it all sanded down. So we'll get the helmet sanded down, and then we will move on to putting on our undercoat. We're going to prime, sand, fill, prime, sand. We got a little bit of area on the top where the supports were. Now, what do I think of the model? I think the model is beautiful. It printed out amazingly well. This was not upscaled at all. This was printed at 1:1. I will probably put a little cushion on the inside because it's a little sloppy on my head. So I will paint this up, and we're going to paint this in all clads. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get a realistic metal finish on this PLA plastic. Now, will this hold up for cosplay? Absolutely. If you're not a cosplayer, then you don't know what I'm talking about. What cosplay means is costume play, where you put on a costume and you go out when it's not Halloween. And you go to conventions dressed up as your favorite superhero, sci-fi character, anime character, movie star, what have you. So that being said, we're going to finish this helmet. We're going to take you guys through the process of finishing this helmet. We do have the laser in-house now. It is set up. The laser cutter, I was working with it last week a little bit. And to be perfectly honest, I think it's a wonderful machine. I'm going to do a full review on it, and we're going to show you guys exactly how to use it. Now, the other thing I want to talk about today, and I'm going to move them over here to my table, is Chris Anderson, who is one of our members, or Armstrong, Chris Armstrong, I'm sorry, who is one of our members, has a little business. And that little business, and I'm going to switch back to my top-down camera, I believe I'm there, is printing out terrain pieces for your desktop or for your tabletop wargaming. Whether you're playing Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, or something along that line, these are all scaled to 28 millimeter figures, I believe. And the website, let's just quickly go to his website. Let me just change this over. There we go. His website is called Grimforge. And on the website, he has all kinds of things from dice towers. What you're seeing here are the best-selling options that he has. He has mini figurines, soul burners, taverns, all kinds of different models available. Now these are all 3D printed, and they are made for you to paint. Let's just go back to my camera. So they're made for you to paint, and they come apart. So you can actually bring your figures inside the buildings and play out your scenario, whether you're fighting orcs or dragons or goblins. And there's all kinds of nifty little pieces. This forge, for instance, is actually pretty cool, Armory Forge. And then he's got this idol stand that you might use. You might put a statue in the middle and, you know, play King of the Hill or whatever. I know very little about this type of tabletop wargaming, but it's not unlike the Warhammer stuff I used to play when I worked for Games Workshop. And he's done some figures as well. And the detail on these figures, I don't know how well that's picking up in the camera.
They look awesome.
It is amazing. Here's one that's painted up. These are amazing figures. And so anything that you can dream up for your tabletop wargaming, Grimforge can pretty much, I think, come up with anything that you need. Now inside here, I want to open this up because there's a couple of figs in here that, check that out. Like
Those are SLA prints?
These are SLA prints, yes. These were printed on a DLP printer using resin. So these are all made from resin. They're not made from conventional thermoplastics. And these are just amazing figures. I really like his work, and I really like what he's done. So we're going to toss those back in there so we don't break them. Now, if you're looking for tabletop terrain, check out Grimforge. They have a whole bunch of terrain up on their website. Give Chris some love. Chris is one of our members here at the First Layer. He's been with us basically from the beginning. We can go back to my my camera. Oh, I guess we are on my camera. I just got to change it. There we go. That's my fault. So
had me going for a sec there.
Yeah, had you going for a sec, had me going for a sec. So these pieces all interlock. So you can stack them, you can make walls, you can make towers like this one. Go check out his site at grimforge.com. And we'll have a link to that down in the description below by the end of the show. What else do I want to talk? Last week was just a cluster muck. I got to tell you, we had snow here on Wednesday. So much snow, in fact. It reminded me of being back home in Manitoba.
Our major road through the city was closed for half a day.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty treacherous here. And Emilio Vitt, hello, sir. I can see you there. What else am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. There we go. Hey, there we go. Now I can see. I got to move Nabu's helmet. Now, do you guys want to see how this fits? Because if you do, just give me a thumbs up in the comments, or hell yeah, or whatever, and I'll put this on my big fat head.
Everybody give him thumbs up. Make him wear the helmet.
Gotta get it past my big nose.
I think it looks really good. I think it's better than the ball cap.
I think it's better than the ball cap.
If you think it's better than the ball cap, then give us a thumbs up.
How's that?
Better than the hat, not in addition to.
Now, if I just talk like this all day,
Yes.
I think our audience might get a little upset.
Well, confused, I think is
or
probably a better
confused.
word.
Yeah. You know, they always said, oh, there goes my hat. They always said I had a voice for radio, or a face for radio. German printing nerd says it looks better. That's it. You're off our nice list.
Don's on the naughty list. Got it.
Yeah, Don's on the naughty list. So this helmet needs just a little bit of padding in it so it can sit up where it's supposed to. There's a lot of room in this helmet, as you can see.
On the side and the tops.
You can see there's a lot of room in this helmet. It actually slides on fairly easily.
Oh, saw your hair.
My bad hair day. It slides on fairly easily. So it'll be a nice addition to the shelf behind me. What do you guys think when it gets all done? Put it on the shelf behind us?
Needs to be on a stand.
Yes, it does. Cheryl's saying she's biting her tongue. Could do with that mask for the wife, Red Cat says. Oh man, you guys. I'm just trying to see. Ron M says he just made it in time, and Art and Tech 3D. Hello, sir. Just want to make sure that I've got everybody. I think
Chris
I got
is here
everybody.
now too.
Yeah,
Chris just joined you.
I think I got everybody. So, yeah, we're going to finish this helmet and show you guys exactly the process that we go through, and then I think I'm going to laser cut the stand for this. What do you guys think? We'll put an ankh in the inside, so as the stand. And if nobody knows what an ankh is, that's an Egyptian cross. From what I understand, it's an Egyptian cross. Let me just move this out of the way. There we go. We'll put it right there, so I can see everybody's comments. So that pretty much covers today. On Wednesday, we are finally going to get to take a look at Don's first, and our first of many, maker cribs. Don will be our first guy. Don, the German printing
Don
nerd.
did one.
I do have Don's here on
Don.
file. We're going to have to redo the Wednesday show. Wednesday is going to be all about the laser cutter. We're going to show you how it works. We're going to cut out some coasters, and maybe somebody might get a set of coasters. We are 43 people away from reaching our goal of 500 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you guys very much for being such a positive and attentive audience. That is amazing. I love it. Really, really like what's going on. We've had a huge insurge over on Facebook as well. That number just keeps going up like crazy. So what we're going to do is, once we reach that 500 subscriber mark on YouTube, we're going to take all those names, put them all into a hat, along with the Facebook folks, and we're going to draw for the George R. R. Martin pack or Game of Thrones pack, which includes the book set, a figure, a 3D printed bust, and a $50 gift certificate to spool3d.ca. Somebody said something about me. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, we sit here and talk about you behind.
Yeah, I know everybody talks about me, and I have a hard time seeing everybody's comments. 4:58 now, Sean says. I'm not sure what that means, but
Sean shows up and suddenly he's got all the stats. Thanks, Sean.
4:58. Thank you. Okay, 4:58. That's where we're at. So we're 30 or 42 away. Cheryl Campbell, would have been great to have those figurines way back when we played D&D. Yes, it would have. We played D&D way back in the day when they didn't have the really big books that they have now.
You had to come up with a lot of it on your own. You kind of made up your own stories.
Yeah, well, back in the day, they came out with little digest books for D&D. There's 3 of them that came, and you ordered them through a comic book, I believe. You got them off the back of comic books, if I remember right. We are doing great numbers. Like I said, we're doing great numbers, and I'm really happy. Once we reach that 500, as I said, I'm going to give away. I'm dropping things on my desk. I'm going to give away all that stuff, and then we're going to move on to our 1,000 goal. I got to tell you guys, thank you again, because we have made it halfway in the amount of viewed hours. We're over halfway, as a matter of fact, for view hours for the channel. So the channel can start recouping some monetization from YouTube. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers and we've got 4,000 watched hours in a 12-month period, we can start monetizing the channel. But we're not relying on that. We still have the t-shirts up on Facebook. The website is coming along slowly but surely. We've got all the parts in now for rebuilding the printer, so that's coming up. What else have we got going on? We have got, we're going to get into how to use Simplify 3D for those of you that have it. We're also going to get into a little bit more in depth with Cura. I've never used Slicer, but I am going to learn how to use it for you guys. So we'll get into that as well. We've got lots of shows still to come. We've got lots more filament reviews to do, more filament to give away. If you haven't yet become a Patreon supporter and you want to, we have some levels of Patreon up there now, and feel free to go ahead and help us out with that if you like. The levels are very small. They're $1, $5, and $10. $10 gets you into a draw every month to win something that the rest of the community doesn't see. As a matter of fact, one of our $10 Patreons walked away with a roll of filament and a bunch of tips for his 3D printer, nozzles for his 3D printer. He walked away with that this morning, as a matter of fact. And that was just for our Patreons. We've got another roll of filament to give away to our Patreons as well. I'm going to actually order some t-shirts for myself, so you guys can actually see them before you go ahead and order them. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, please do so. It is down in the description below, patreons.com/thefirstlayer. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And once we do hit our marks on YouTube, I know I'm going on about this a little bit long, but once we do hit our marks, please just let the ad play, because it really helps out our metrics. And comment and like the videos, please, because that also helps us out as well when it goes to getting us up on featured areas of YouTube as well. So I am working on an ebook. I'm actually working on 2 ebooks right now: a beginner's guide to 3D printing, which will be available for free. The best tips for 3D printing will be available for free on our website very shortly. I just have to finish writing it, and then there will be an extended version of that, which will be for sale on our website as well. So you can use Weed Eater line.
You can.
Yes, you can.
But it's not consistent. The size.
Consistent of Weed Eater, Weed Whacker line. We call it Weed Whackers up here. You can use that. It's about 3 millimeters. So if you're using 3 millimeter nozzles, it's pretty good. But you're not going to find it much thinner than that, so it won't go through a 1.75 nozzle. That being said, request if you guys look at filament.ca. Yes, we have looked at filaments.ca, but we have our own sponsor here who has their own filament. So we'd like to thank them for giving us the space to use 3 times a week, and that is spool3d.ca. Print it right, print it with Spool 3D. They have everything that you need from printers to filaments to parts, and I was going to almost said parks and recreation, but
And they even have Richard.
and they even have me. So go ahead and check out spool3d.ca. Print it right, print it with spool3d.ca. And we thank them for their support each and every week. What else? If you guys want to send something into the show, you can. We've got an address to which you can send that to. If you want me to show something on the show, we can certainly do that. And that address is the First Layer at number 230, 11929 40th Street Southeast in Calgary, Alberta. And the postal code is T2Z something or other.
One more time. There it is. T2Z4M8.
T2Z4M8. So there you go. The First Layer. Number 230, 11929 40th Street Southeast, Calgary, Alberta, T2Z4M8. If you want to send something into the show that you want me to show on an upcoming episode, we certainly can. If you'd like to get in touch with me, out of the comments section, you can send an email to me at richard@thefirstlayer.com. So that is where, yeah, my lower third should be there somewhere. It's one of those.
Oh, this one here again?
No, the other one. That's my Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Should be one of those two down at the very, very bottom. One of those two.
Questions? Discount
Questions.
code?
That'll be the one. So if you want to send me something via email, you can send it to richard@thefirstlayer.com, and I check that out all the time. So let's, Rich said the Z like a German Z.
Oh, it's grammar class now.
It's grammar class now. Yeah, okay. What else have we got going on here? First Layer Snowman. Jerry Projects wants me to do a First Layer Snowman. We might be able to do that. We'll have to go outside and roll in the snow, but Jess. Oh, hi, Jess. Nice to see you. What's the best way to measure a helmet so you know it will fit?
Well, that's a good question.
That is a great question. First and foremost, what I do is measure the circumference of your head, right around the brow. So basically, it's like hat size. Once you do that, then I take a measurement from the top of your head down to your chin. I have more chins than a Chinese phone book, so I have to go down a little bit lower. But this, funny enough, this helmet was 1-to-1 and it fits perfectly. My nose does rub a little bit on the inside, but I'm not walking around in that helmet, so I'm not too worried about it. And that was, again, that was all printed in one go, so we're going to get into other helmets. I'm thinking I might do a Mandalorian helmet like Boba Fett. Would you guys like to see that? Just give us a thumbs up or a yeah or...
Boba Fett helmet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thumbs up everywhere.
Thumbs up. You guys would like to see me print the Boba Fett helmet on the CR10, then that's what we'll do. Okay, so with that being said, we are almost to a half an hour here.
Getting close.
Getting close, yeah.
Yeah, unless you want to put on the cape and parade around in your helmet.
Yeah, I'm not going to put on a cape and parade around in my helmet. I do that at home.
The Dons here are getting together, and they're planning on taking over the world, from what I can see.
Okay, Donald Kratzer and okay, they could, the two Dons.
Yeah, they're having their own conspiracy over there.
Okay, Jess says, I have a helmet file that's split into 8 or so pieces. Seems really complex to build, and I know about as much about 3D programs as I do about space travel. Okay, Jess, it's really easy. What I would do first and foremost is just start printing out those parts. You may have to do this a couple of times. I would print out all the parts, glue them all together using a CA glue or a cyanoacrylate glue. And you've been into the shop, so you know what type of super glue that I use. Glue all the parts together, let it dry, then see if it actually fits your head, or what you can do, depending on what type of helmet you're printing, whether it be a helmet from Star Wars or from Halo or from any of those types of games, then what I would do is just print out the top and see if that actually fits over your head. If it does, then you can go ahead and print the rest of the pieces.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
It's much like making cosplay armor out of foam. You have to kind of do the same thing. So that pretty much covers that. The two Dons are running off to rule the world. Okay, that's fine. With that said, you guys, I've had a great time today. I hope you guys have had a great time. I'm going to go cut some stuff in the back this afternoon. And I'm going to maybe start doing a Boba Fett helmet for you guys.
Woo-hoo!
And with that said, you guys have yourselves a great week. We'll see you again on Wednesday when we have some laser cutting to take you through our Wednesday show. And then we'll be back on Friday talking more about getting ready to, or maybe even starting to paint the Nabu helmet. So you guys have yourselves a great week. Take care.